It's been 5 years since Rockstar unleashed the juggernaut that was GTA 5 onto the world. This is worth mentioning because that came 5 years after the 4th installment, so naturally hardcore fans of the series are getting a bit antsy. At the time of putting this together, however, we've yet to hear any kind of official word about the surely inevitable follow-up. And with Red Dead Redemption 2 set to launch in October, I wouldn't put any money on something being forthcoming. So the question everyone keeps asking is, when's GTA 6? A more important question to ask is actually, why are we waiting so long for GTA 6 to be developed? Since the release of GTA 5, we've seen the gaming landscape and, more importantly, Rockstar's business model change significantly. But to fully understand this, we need to go back even further. GTA 4 was released in 2008. I know this because I specifically bought an Xbox just so I could play it. And then I got moaned at because all my mates had PlayStations and I couldn't play with them. But anyway, tangent. It came with 2 superb expansion packs. The heavily Sons of Anarchy inspired Lost and Damned in February 2009, and the absolute masterpiece that was The Ballad of Gay Tony in October that same year. These packs expanded the single player universe, giving greater depth to the game and allowing us to see Liberty City from 2 additional and very different viewpoints to that of the game's main protagonist, Niko Bellic. I actually have a lot of time for GTA 4 and Niko as a character, but I just wanted that out there so the next thing I say has some weight behind it. Ballad of Gay Tony? Should have just been GTA 4. The online multiplayer was there and it was fun, but didn't have the longevity as far as most players were concerned. It felt somewhat disjointed, and whilst free mode would always end in the most ridiculous of stunts and chases, the experience just wasn't immersive enough. It was also rammed to its back teeth with griefers, but so is GTA 5, so that's not the game's fault. Speaking of GTA 5, welcome to 2013. The map was bigger than ever, and the single-player game had you playing 3 different characters. Franklin Clinton, former gangbanger looking for a way to make some real money. Michael DeSanta, reformed bank robber bored out of his mind living the civilian lifestyle. And Trevor Phillips, a man with no morals and even less sanity. A raging id that gave players actual context for those moments when they'd had a bad day at work and wanted to let off steam by driving around kneecapping street preachers. But as great as the single player was, it's multiplayer that really stands out here. Gone are the days of sitting in game lobbies, looking at a bunch of random usernames, stats and upgrade options. In GTA 5, free mode is the lobby, with all the other game modes seamlessly intertwined into one of the most immersive online experiences available. And with this immersion comes a whole new wave of income for Rockstar, in a way I'm sure even they didn't realise would happen. Microtransactions. The dreaded microtransactions. This word has become poison as of late, especially with all the uproar surrounding them in EA's Star Wars Battlefront 2 at the start of the year. And if Rockstar have been paying attention, and every quote I've been able to find from anyone working there about this seems to suggest that they have, gamers are about to hate them even more. In July 2017, Tweaktown reported that the game has grossed over $1.4 billion, with over $1 billion of that revenue being generated by in-game purchases alone. And not only that, but Forbes reported that GTA 5 has sold 15 million units in 2017 alone, with 90 million units sold in total. Rockstar didn't release a single piece of single-player DLC for this game. They didn't have to. They attached dollars and cents to every single thing you could possibly want in the multiplayer and then just sat back and watched the money roll in. Microtransactions will be everywhere in 6. Here's a hint. If you give someone a license to print money, don't be surprised if they don't have any intention of stopping. It's not all pessimism and negative assumptions though. Thanks to reports from The Know, who cite an insider source for their information, we now seemingly know where the game will be set. Codenamed the Americas, GTA 6 will be based in the PS2 favourite Vice City, with visits to the Caribbean, or Caribbean if you're from the US, and portions of South America, which we agree will most likely be for smuggling illicit substances. And with Vice City being GTA's fictionalised version of Miami, we assume this means the game will be set in the 80s as opposed to the present day, when Miami was very much a hub for drug trafficking operations. So when will GTA 6 be released? The No source gives a timeline of 3 to 4 years, meaning sometime in 2021 or 2022. To say this is disappointing is an understatement. As great as it is, GTA 5 is starting to show its age after 5 years, and that's before you slap another 4 on top of that. But with Red Dead 2 around the corner, we're sure we can keep ourselves occupied until then. Don't look a gift horse in the mouth, especially if it comes with a zombie mode that'll most likely get you killed. Ride 'em, cowboy. What's Streets of Rage, the greatest side-scrolling beat-em-up of all time? Click the video on screen and make sure you subscribe for more awesome Fat Ninja gaming content.